Hello everyone, it's QueenVLionz back to you with another video. This video pertains to two teenagers' abortion stories becoming national news. The first teen in Nebraska is being criminally charged alongside her mother for obtaining an illegal abortion and for allegedly burying the fetus. Now, this abortion took place before SCOTUS overturned Roe v. Wade back in June. Now, Nebraska has an abortion ban at 20 weeks. You will listen to this brief news clip, and I will be back with more commentary.
Protest and boycott of Facebook. The latest call for people to delete their accounts comes after it was revealed the Palo Alto company handed over user personal messages to law enforcement, which then led to charges related to illegal abortions.
KPIX5's Ann Makovic has more on the privacy concerns about all of this.
A teenage girl and her mom in Nebraska are facing criminal charges following the teen's abortion. Police got their Facebook messages about it through a search warrant. So a lot of people are concerned now about further implications now that abortion is no longer federally protected. The mom and daughter are facing charges that they obtained abortion pills and the teen took them after the 20-week period where abortion is allowed in Nebraska, then burned and buried the remains of the fetus. Well, they both pleaded not guilty. Now, some background on this case. We know the two were charged before Roe v. Wade was rolled back, and this would have been illegal regardless. But the case is demonstrating how messages that some people may think are private could be used to enforce laws prohibiting abortion. Facebook stores most of its users' messages unencrypted on its servers. The company has a long history of complying with law enforcement requests for its data. Now, on this situation, Facebook sent out a statement saying, in part, nothing in the valid warrants we received from local law enforcement in early June prior to the Supreme Court decision mentioned abortion. In the meantime, Meta has thrown its support behind it.
Allow me to address the protesting Facebook real quick. Facebook Meta not only owns Facebook and Messenger, but they also own Instagram and WhatsApp. So even if you deactivate your Facebook page and you deactivate your Instagram and you keep your WhatsApp, and it claims that those conversations are private, do not be surprised if those messages are used in the future against you. So I want persons to be clear on what's going on. As it pertains to the mother and daughter in this case, I will not reveal their names because it's hard already for this child to go through this process already, and I don't think it's fair for me to quote unquote re-traumatize this child. So I will not reveal their names. As it pertains to how officers found out that this teen had the abortion, I believe that the daughter and mom trusted someone, or they were in a group chat. Someone saw it and told the authorities, because there is no way Facebook could have found this particular teen and her mom's messages without someone giving the officers information about what was going on. And it all goes back to state laws and federal laws. Since this abortion was taking place prior to Roe v. Wade being overturned, it still would be considered legal. However, Nebraska's abortion law states it must be at 20 weeks, and this abortion was after the 20 weeks mark. And due to the overturning of Roe v. Wade, this child and her mother is no longer protected. This is why voting is very critical, and it is important for all of us to ensure that our rights are not being violated on the local, state, and yes, federal levels. In Florida, a court deemed a 16-year-old not mature enough to get an abortion. Again, a Florida court deemed a 16-year-old child who is also an orphan not mature enough to get an abortion, even though this child does have a guardian. The judge deemed her not mature enough to get an abortion. You will listen to this brief audio, and I will be back with more commentary.
Blocking a teen from getting an abortion, saying she is not mature enough to have one. The 16-year-old, referred to in court documents as a Jane Doe 22B, does not have parents. And Florida law requires written consent from a parent or legal guardian before terminating a pregnancy of anyone under 18. The court ruled the girl did not prove that she was sufficiently mature to decide whether to terminate her pregnancy, despite the teen telling the court she is not ready to have a baby, that she does not have a job, she is still in school, and the child's father is unable to assist her.
We are witnessing the domino effects of SCOTUS's overruling Roe v. Wade in real time, and our babies are paying the consequences for it. What should have been a private matter between patient, doctor, and parent has been taken out of the doctor's room and consumed in the public. This is no different than when we heard of the story of the 10-year-old child being forced to leave her state to get an abortion a few months ago. You will watch this brief flashback, and I will be back with more commentary. But then to have her own state deny her the right to get the needed help that she needs. A child having a child? Are we that desperate, America? Are we willing to put our babies, our granddaughters, our sisters in the line of harm because of our political ego, which leads back to white women? Once again, what are you guys doing? The guardians of Putin could care less about our civil rights, our human rights, our children's rights. On November 8th, 2022, there are 34 seats in the Senate and all 435 seats in Congress on the federal level for the taking. There are 36 governor races and multiple local and state races on the line. Please do not sit on the sideline and complain after the fact, because the guardians of Putin are going to ensure that our rights will be stripped more than ever. Elections have consequences. Elections matter. Be safe out there, and I will see you in the next video.